All right. Guess who's back? Back again. So I haven't done an update in a little bit. I thought that I would pop in here and scroll through. Starting off, first and foremost, not an investment advisor. Anything I'm doing, it's not an enticement for you to trade or any other thing like that. If I say we, you, I, whatever, I mean me. Figure of speech. As always, if you continue watching, you understand that. This is for entertainment purposes only. So, I have a trade that happened right before the news came out. It was a good trade. I've been managing the shit out of it. This is probably going to be the one that I'm going to lose, though. I'm going to run out of probably time and or probably just hit, lick on it. I'm not sure that I even want... I really feel like taking it off. I could have made a lot more money and replaced that already with the downstrokes that I could have traded. But I don't trade for money, I trade for good trades. So I decided I would try to manage it. You can't always do anything about news, stuff like that. I didn't know it was coming out. There was some good news in Britain. And then there was some good news about Yellen and T-bills and things and all that good stuff. So, BTC pumped way the other way real fast. And I got buried. It'll probably take off like a month's worth of gains. But while we're at it, let's look at what we got. So the wallet's up to 8.39 from whatever that 6 was. We could take this off right now and just call it, even with what we sent over. That'd be painful and it kind of suck, but it would, we're still in the game. Like, that's just what it's important. So we're trying to see where can we take this wallet to when we started this little adventure. Would we blow it up? What would happen? It's just kind of all for fun anyway. Get its entertainment. Let's go ahead and look at closed positions. Like I always say, anyone that won't open them up probably shouldn't be hanging out with them. Just start back over. So you can see these are the same trades as always. Same account. Let's fly through them real quick so you can kind of pause at any given time. Ooh, that's not looking good right there. That morning pump, is it? So we're looking for a breakout there, but it's rejecting off that downtrend. Might not be such a good trade. Anyway, we're managing that one as well. So let's just scroll through these. Let's see. That was our, there's our two expirations. So you can kind of match them all up and see. There we go. We're back up. So we're probably about to take this off in gains here in a minute. Probably should get back and manage that trade since it's wicking both ways. So there was those 2 expiration sales we talked about before. And then since then, this is kind of the trading. I haven't really been recording. Just there wasn't a lot of good trading going on. I was having trouble with the direction because it was, kind of not quite up, not quite down. It was kind of just meandering around a little bit. And that kind of bumps into all these, 7, 4, 8, 33, 9%, 4%, 4%, 7%, 8%, 22%, 17, 7, 9 wins. I was having problems. I couldn't quite get it locked in. And this was all, right before the pump. That's probably why. It was starting to dry up before this pump goes. Let me get back over here too. So you can see so far, still doing pretty good. It's unfortunate. I said I might lose that one there. So we're trying to take off 789 here. Where are we at? Let me zoom this back down. So we're at 21%. We just opened that trade like literally before I started the video. I guess this exchange doesn't say what time I started it at, but literally like I just opened it at 25.92, just right back here into this. I was taking it for the pushover. Oh, how are we doing? 692 on a double wick on a 1 minute. 693. We could take it off for gains right now. It's pretty good. We got what do we have in the trade? 50x at a 0.005. That's not too bad. So we've got a protection trade in there. 703 spot 690 kind of bouncing around between 93 and 703. So about a $10 bounce. Looks pretty good. I'm going to let it try to hit my auto sell. And look at these real quick and just make sure we're good. So I still have protection in place. If it drops down to 2082, like that crazy wick could have, wicked me and popped me, would have been fine. They're still in small. I'm not too worried about it. The BTC set up, we have set for the 2789. That BTC down that we're having the problem with. Really having a problem with. I'm just trying to break even out of it now. I'd like to just get my money back. I'd like to not give out gains. I don't trade for gains, but again, I don't want to give away, padding. That's my protection to do things. And BTC protection cut loss is 21,332. So if we find a crazy pump this AM, like it's possible to get in deeper, and I might just cut it at 0.3. I mean, I'm not going to dig it into blowing up the entire wallet. Like, that's not good trading. But I really thought I could manage this one and save it. However, we opened it on the 23rd. We talked about in a couple of the previous videos. Time expire. You get 120 hours with a 240 max. So if we go and add a little bit more, like right before expire, we get 120 hours up to a max of that price. I wanted to see if this was just going to wick up, pop up, and then reject and just dump like crazy. I thought I might get out or get out pretty close. Hasn't turned into that. It's turned into a sustained 20K push, which is not normal for the past times it's gotten to 20K. It's gotten to 20K, kind of hit 25, stabilized, and just been garbage and rejected. So it was going to cost me the same thing whether I took it off or not, whether I waited to see it or not, so I really wanted to, and I had the time. However, again, had I just taken it off, I could have taken several pullback trades that would have netted me, good trades and gains. All that loss would have been wiped right off. It wouldn't really have mattered. But mostly, like I said, I really thought it was going to come back down. So sometimes that happens. And with news, it's running emotional. It's not really a logical chart anymore. And the longer it stays on like this, the more illogical it gets. So I don't want to dink around with it too much. I guess I probably should have potentially took that off. Just yapping my gums instead of really watching this trade. What did we get up to? 756, and I had a 789 sell. I was a little bit too aggressive. That's interesting that it was a little too aggressive. I thought it was not aggressive enough, to be perfectly honest, for the opening AM. I was looking more for about right there, and just kind of disregard these lines. For me, it's because I'm in a longer trade, a much longer trade. I don't do stuff like this, but I wanted to see like what the uptrend was, and when it broke the uptrend, I've been drawing this since about like, here when I got that going on, so I could get a good look at what the uptrend looked like. And then once I got an actual, like this one could have been that one, but it blasted back up and it pushed back over this uptrend line. So once it got underneath, then I started to draw this. Once I had like 3 points. So originally it was like maybe like there, and then I was like, okay, it's here. So now I'm trading the retrace angle over the upspeed direction. And that's just because I want to see like, where am I going to take this off at? Like, am I going to be able to salvage some of it? Could I get close back to like the 19.2 entry zone? Or do I just have to accept like that the speed and the rate of change is just absolutely monstrous? So that's again why I thought it's been so aggressive. I thought that this was probably going to go up to like a 29 test. I really thought 27.89 was extremely soft. But I guess we'll find out here in a minute. So what do we got here? 7 minutes on the video. I'll give it a few more. I mean, it's in gains. I could take it off right now. I've got double fees coming up here. It doesn't look fantastic though, does it? But it is on top of that downtrend angle, which again, normally, I wouldn't look at it like that. It's not how I make the majority of my decisions. But, it's AM pump in New York. Market's opening up. It's Friday. People are feeling good. It's been holding above 20,500 pretty good. So I'll give it a minute. I'll go ahead and pause this and bring it back. Pop over here and take a look at how BitMEX is going. You can kind of see that's where I was watching. That wicking of that candle kind of bothers me into this run of collapse candles. I'm not a real big fan of it. I think I'll probably just take this off even at break even. You can always re-enter if it looks good. Spots at 26, 22, bouncing around pretty good. I don't know. I mean, if it didn't look like that, I'd probably wait that out a little bit. I'll even take this off a little below break even. It's not looking good. Had a good opportunity to break over and up. It's just not quite there. I'll pause this and let it develop for another minute. I might take it off like even at a slight loss, but I'll show you what happened no matter what. So my issue with this candle was I wasn't sure if it went up first then down or down then up. It just was kind of fast. I think it mopped up first and like it checked below to see if there was any more sellers, and then checked above to see if there was any more people above so that they could blast through. So this fade off was kind of not what I was looking for. I felt like it went down first and then was checking overhead to get rid of any people in the way so that they could try to make a push. Doesn't look good though. So given that setup of checking and then maybe they found supply and they're bringing it back down, I don't want to wait in this trade for a long time. And I don't want to find out that they got to go a lot lower to shake out, potential sellers so that they can have less resistance overhead to move something. That's not what I'm trading right now anyway. I'm just trading candle formations, but that candle formation does tell me there's potentially like a shitty problem. So I might take this off and it might blast, right to where we wanted, but that tells me it's not a good risk in my favor to wait that out. Better just to let it play out on its own. If it goes way down, then so be it. If it goes way up, so be it. So let's try to take this off, and I'd like to at least get fees, but if it doesn't look like it's going to go that way and be a good trade, then we'll just go ahead and hit it. Ooh, it's just not looking good. It's just like right on the cusp of like 600, like whole number sitting there that sustains after a couple of taps, generally we'll get that spring that we're looking for. If these two candles hadn't been there, I'd have been real cool with, waiting. It keeps bouncing around just right past fees. Shitty formation too. Let's blow those up just a tad. Just a tad. Alright, 619. 619 on a terrible formation. I want to keep this to about 10 minutes. We're rolling up on 11, so I just want to do a quick update. Oh man, it wants to go, but it's finding supply. I'm gonna go ahead and give it another minute. I mean, it's a small trade. Like if I lose this one, like it's okay. Wait, what am I saying? Like that's terrible trading. No. No, that is not good trading. That's not good trading. It absolutely matters. God. I have to catch myself sometimes because I'm thinking like, what's 0.05 to find out like, we don't take trades to see where they go. We take trades because they're good trades. And this isn't exactly a good trade right now. It's just not bad. There's just not enough leverage on it. Not enough edge with the leverage on it to make it worth my time. Slow grinding though. So there we go. If I could just get maybe 2 more growing candles, then it turns into a good trade. Right now it's negotiable and I have the padding, so while I don't want to say it's okay to lose this money, I guess what I really want to say it's okay to give back these gains to let it develop just a little bit more. Because it's slightly in my favor. Overall, the overall chart and everything is in my favor. The time of day, what's going on, it is in my favor. And I may have just been a little too aggressive. Maybe that, what was this, 670? 756. So maybe 756 was right. I might have been a little aggressive. I might have had gains in mind versus a good trade, but I explained why I thought it was a good trade on the setup. But maybe it's starting to weaken up. Maybe we might see an actual dump down into the low 20 check. This may be the end of that rally. If I don't see like a pretty good rally here up to the top, then this is the end of that rally. In fact, you know what? As good as that potentially could be on those growing candles, could be the end of that rally coming real soon. And I don't want to get caught in a wick like this. That tells me like there's issues. It's soft. It was able to find that much down and that much up in like 1 minute. It's not good. There should never be that soft of books below or above. All right, we're still getting good candles. 665, 658, 678. Yeah, see, it wants to go. What happens at 700? We'll let it develop for the 700 check because it's still steady green, still looking real good. 689. So you can get a $100 blast here real quick. 696. Okay, coming up on 7. 7's really kind of crucial right here. Let's see how it goes. 701 on spot. It's dancing around it. So if it goes, it's just going to pop a top real quick if it goes. There we go. So 719, 721. What was the high on this? 713. So it's potentially going to pop a top here. 720, 721. Got to beat 756 to stay in this. 30%, pretty fast trade. I mean, I think we're just going to take it. We're going to call that video done. It'll probably finish doing its thing, but it's a good trade. Like, we already have enough issue with it. There's no reason to stay in it and keep riding it for a few more bucks. It doesn't matter. I can get right back in on the next pullback. Thanks for watching. Remember, I'm not an investment advisor. This is not financial advice. This is for entertainment only. This is just my little trade journal documentation so I can go back and look at my things. And if you want to follow along, please do so. You can also hit me up on Telegram and join the room and ask any more in-depth questions you have or leave a message in the comments. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.